Welcome to the Power of One Voice series, where we explore one of the most influential student campaigns led by the University Student Senate of the City University of New York. Today, we're about to have a conversation with students of York College who will tell us their stories and why they think it is important for CUNY students to get free Metro cards. So, hi Hector.
Oh, hey.
How are you doing today?
All good. How are you doing today?
Good, good. Can you please introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Hector Santos Lem. And what else do you want me to say?
What's your major, Hector?
My major is psychology right now.
Okay, sounds good. And hello.
Hi.
Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Faith Ibe, and I'm a psychology major too.
Okay. What about you?
I'm Anthony Abreu, and I'm a biology major.
Okay. And what year are you in? Senior, junior? How's it going here?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior.
I'm a lower senior.
And you
I'm an
are?
early junior.
Okay, that's cool. That's great. And how many credits are you taking on campus?
21.
21 credits, Hector?
Yes,
Really?
ma'am.
Okay. What
I'm
about
taking
you?
18 credits.
18 credits.
I'm maxed out.
Okay.
We are all trying to get out.
We're all in pain.
Well, that's why we're here, right? Okay, sounds good. So you are here because you heard about the Free Metro Cards campaign, right? I want to know, what was your first reaction when you heard about Free Metro Cards for CUNY students? What did you think,
It was
Hector?
actually relieving.
Okay.
Like, genuinely, it was relieving because I heard it first from Akin or USS delegate. Once I heard it, I was like, I want to be part of it, but I don't know how to be part of it. And then we had this meeting, and now I'm here actually speaking about it. But it was relieving.
It was relieving. What about it was relieving for you?
Okay, so because with transportation for me, with the LIR especially, because I take it all the way to Suffolk County, and it's like it's a pretty big hassle because I have to pay out of pocket for that, and it's like $314 something a month.
A month.
Yes, a month. So all that adds up throughout the semester, and I end up paying like about the same as my tuition. So my tuition pretty much just doubles at that point. And the only way I can cut that out like in half is through my scholarship. If I didn't have that, well, I would be not here right now, pretty much.
And you're taking all these credits.
Yeah, it's because thankfully my scholarship actually covers all of them.
Okay.
So that's the only way I can take so many credits. But I do it only because this way, the faster I get out, the less money I can spend on all of that.
Thanks for sharing that. What about you? What was your first reaction?
Like him, I was very relieved because I heard that and I'm like, oh my goodness. I was really excited. And actually, when school started, that was the first thing I actually went looking for. I'm like,
Okay.
So what do I get a free Metro card? And then I heard, I guess it didn't work out. And because I do not qualify for majority of the programs that's available here on campus, the ACE program, ASAP, SIG, I did not qualify for most of those programs, and now I have to pay out of pocket. And after school started, I have classes that I have to pay textbooks, and taking 6 classes with one of my classes, I have to pay $298 for one textbook. With 6 classes, if I have to pay the same price for every single textbook, that's not even including my tuition. I don't have scholarship to because I'm a senior and it's a whole lot. So, and right now I'm not even able to work because I'm at school literally majority of the time with my classes, like being involved as a student leader, like being involved on campus with the student body. It's almost impossible to work. So how do I go about affording a lot of things? So actually, I thought it was so relieving to know that I didn't have to pay for Metro cards until I had to pay for Metro cards.
Because you went through the public school system.
I did.
And there you did get free Metro
Free
cards.
Metro cards, and now it's no Metro card.
What did you think about that transition when you were told it's not going to be possible at your college?
It was very disappointing. It was a bummer actually because how do you even start to begin to navigate what to do? It's like trying to feed yourself, literally trying to feed yourself with going through classes. You barely have any time in between school, in between classes, in between meetings, and trying to catch up with everything. You barely have time. So trying to feed yourself and then trying to wait at the subway, like sometimes I wait for somebody to open the door so I can go through because, you know, I cannot afford that. Sometimes I cannot afford to pay like almost $10 a day, every single day. Why? That's money I could use to feed myself during school, like during the day. And I'm here till late at night. So it's such an inconvenience that it's so sad. Like, you know, I feel like that should be the bare minimum for students. It should be the bare minimum, like having MetroCard. Like, it's MetroCard. Like, it's a form of transportation. It should be the bare minimum. And the fact that students have to like worry about everything else and still worry about like transportation, it's really sad for students to go through that.
I'm so sorry that you're having to go through this. And it's important that you tell your story because your story is the story of so many other students that are going through similar situations, right? We may think it's just $1.90, but when you accumulate that, you could save so much money and be able to spend it in other things that may help you in your daily life and succeed as a college student. What about you? How did you feel when you first heard about there is this organization that's fighting for free Metro cards for students?
Well, my initial thoughts were, thank you, Lord, you are listening. Right? I personally have experienced the hassles of having to not only afford my own transportation to the school, having to buy entrance to the school, having to buy my courses, having to buy the books, and then having to buy the ability to hand in the homework for said courses on super sites. Correct? Now, all this is a lot of money, and I'm doing as best as I can to support the upkeep. I'm researching for the school, so they pay me at the end. I'm working part-time, and I have a niece to take care of. So transportation and making it on time, making sure I have a fast transport is a very essential aspect to me. But not only to me, I could name at least 3 of my close friends. One of them I met in elementary, the other I met in high school, and the other I met in middle school. One throughout every generation of school. All of them dropped because of a matter of distance. One of my friends, amazing psychologist, sadly he had to take a break year so he could make money to buy a car to come to school. Wow. That's how bad the distance is between here and there. But not only that, I forgot.
No, you're good. I was wondering, you come here, right? You have so many responsibilities. You have to take care of others. You have to take care of yourself. And you seem to be a very empathetic person who's also observing your classmates and the struggles that they're going through. But tell me, why did you decide to start higher education? Why did you decide after high school to come to college? And what makes you stay, given that you are facing some situations that are not always the best for you?
My love for science.
Okay.
I fell in love with it in high school. I'm not proud of my earlier self. I was in fact a slacker. I graduated high school more not there than there. I was 40% there with an 85% average. I realized that I had something for sciences and that I should stay in school. And I also really like to help people, so I figured that I could put my talents to good use. I also, I was a wrestler. I was a pro wrestler in my high school, and I destroyed my knee, like utterly. The tendon that was holding it in place was the size of dental floss. So I had to get a new one and recovery, and the simple improvement to health and just general life from that surgery inspired me to attempt my hardest to become a surgeon. I went from sitting on a bed a little too fast, dislocating my knee, to being able to squat over 400 pounds. And if I could grant that same quality of life benefits to others, I would be very happy.
That's very noble, and thank you for sharing that. If you had in front of you someone who can make that decision or participate in making the decision to grant CUNY students free Metro cards, what would you tell them?
I tell them, please, going to college is essentially the most expensive subscription that exists on this planet. Okay? My first semester, I had to pay out of pocket like $1.5 grand, which is a lot for me. I'm a 20-year-old, you know? I recently earned the ability to work about 2 years ago. I don't have the supplies to keep supporting this like that. But it won't stop me from trying.
Thank you so much. And despite CUNY being the most affordable college we have here, the students who are coming here come from different economical backgrounds, which make it such as we need all the help that we can get, especially the essential help of free transportation. What about you, Hector? What would you tell the individual who's in charge?
Well, because I do not live in the boroughs, I live in Long Island. So I cannot speak for myself, however I can speak for my classmates or my peers, let's put it like that. I would say, like, listen, I'm not speaking for myself, I'm speaking for the people that I've seen struggle with these things, because I've seen these people, like the same people that I talk to in class that I actually study with, I've seen them struggle with the same transportation problem. And I'm not going to sit here and talk about myself, because I cannot, because I do not live here. So I cannot say that I spend the same amount of them or that they spend the same amount as me, but I know it is hard from my experience traveling with the LIR. So I know that for them it's still hard. So if you can give them that easement of transportation and actually allow them to keep that money on their pocket so they can feed themselves when they come to school, that'd be nice.
That would be super nice. And you're taking the LIRR, another expense. And in our campaign, we didn't even get to ask, we didn't get there where we're telling them expand the services. So I think that we're asking for the bare minimum at this moment, because we have so many other students like you who need more than what we're asking for right now. What about you? What would you tell them?
Just be more considerate to students, to college students. I know everybody thinks like, high school is needed and college students don't, but as college student, we're technically adults. So we have responsibilities of being an adult, from school work to actually having a job. But then in reality is schoolwork don't even grant you the opportunity to actually have a job, to be able to afford this living. That cost of living is higher. The metro card used to be $275, now it's $290. And they don't even take into consideration, like, can you even afford food for the day?
Twice on a daily basis.
Right. Yeah.
That's $6 a day times 30 for a month.
Yeah, but you're saying 2 times a day. That's if you're going and coming, not if you have to do multiple transfers. That's like more than 2 hours of the time of transfer. And if you miss that time, like, now you gotta pay again. So I'm spending like $10 a day. How? And coming to school for the whole of the semester, that's close to $30 a month. And that's more than that, actually. It's just so much. I just wish they would be more considerate. They should just think more about students. Like, come like, be in the life of an actual college student for just one day. See the struggle it is. See students jump the turnstile and, people call you out, but then it's like, I'm trying to get to school.
I got caught and fined for jumping, and I was flat broke. I was trying to make it to school, and there was a police officer hiding right around the turnstile, so I got charged more.
Now you gotta pay a whole fine. Like, it's
like trying to climb a ladder, but every rung you step on, it's minus $10.
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
It's like you get penalized for just trying. It's us having a Metro card, like, just being able to afford that should just be the bare minimum. It really should.
Yeah.
And it's sad that it is not the bare minimum. Like, why do we have to go through all these hoops and holes and actually break the law, break the rules, just to have a Metro card?
Or sometimes choose between breakfast or lunch and going to school.
And that is so unfortunate. That is so sad. That is the reality of so many of our students. And that's why your voices are important. You're speaking on behalf of yourselves, but you're also speaking on behalf of others. And I'm really hoping that by virtue of you telling your stories, we will be able to get free Metro cards and more for our students. But thank you all for your time, and I look forward to seeing the great work you will do in your classes, but also in student leadership.
Thank you so much, Sally.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Thanks.